Hi everybody, this is Sherry with UpOrDownThereBeautiful.blogspot.com. I wanted to show you a card that I made, and I'm going to bring it up here so you can see it a little closer. This is the tool that I got from Walmart, and I don't know if I can bring it in any closer for you to see the sentiment. It says, I thank my God every time I remember you. Philippians 1:3. And this is one of the stick pins that I put on. As you can tell, I'm going a little stick pin happy. So what we're going to do is we're going to make another card very similar to this one. There's been some kids at church that have just been going out of their way to help me. So I just wanted to do a little something in return for them. I may have my husband pick up, a Dairy Queen gift card or something to go in there for them. But that's the one that I already made. Now this is how it cuts out. This is from My Creative Time. I've never used one of these small dies before. But oh my gosh, they're awesome. I loved it. It just cut like butter. It was great. Okay, here is the piece that we're going to put on top, and it measures 3 5/8 by 2 9/16. And I'm not usually that precise on my measurements, but to get it to fit in this space, you have to kind of be a little picky. And what I did was I took some tulle and I tied it into a bow. Now, usually I don't tie my bows or anything like that ahead of time. I usually put the ribbon on and then tie the bow over top, but I've just not had a lot of luck with that lately. So I tried it this way, and it actually looked really cute on the first one. Now this one's going to give me a fit, I can see, because of course, we're on camera. But what you're going to do is we're going to take this, and I'm going to get my tape, and we're going to tape this down and start that way. I just kind of gather this back up and wind it, run it together again in the back. And usually there's enough with just with the bow to tie it right in the center. I mean, if you go any shorter, you're going to have a really hard time, I think, tying your bow. And I am not a good bow maker. I will admit that right from the get-go. There is a lady by the name of Monique Hansen, and her blog is For the Love of Paper. Now, I emailed her the other day and I said, how did you do that bow? It was so beautiful. And she's like, a lot of practice. So I've been trying to practice today. And the first one turned out nice. This one, not so much. But that's alright, It still looks cute, and it's going to look really cute when it's on. So I'm getting my ATG gun. And we're going to, we're going to do this backwards. Normally, I would put my adhesive on the paper, but with the bow and all, it's just a little too bulky. So we're just going to put it right across here, and I think that will fit. And so let's get this on. Okay, this is where another part that I'm not so good at getting things straight, and there's a lot of bulk under there with that tool, but it will lay down, especially once I put my my pop dot under there to hold it all. So there's our part of our card. Now, what we're going to do next is, I bet you never guessed, we were going to do another stick pin. I just really love them, and I love the look that they give a project. And I found a pen that I'd had for a long time and completely forgot I had. I was doing some craft room cleaning, and this pen is a little thicker than what I'm using for my pens, but it's got this little, I don't know if you can see it, diamond thing on the end, which makes it so much easier to grab a hold of than the one I showed you in the last video. So, and it's pretty, and I was torn because I wanted to use it for a stick pen, but when you can't see real well, you gotta make ways to make things easier, and that was a way to make this easier. So I had to pick and choose, and I chose to use this for my glue, but I'm sure, you know, I can find these somewhere. I don't even know where it originally came from. Okay, we're almost done with this. The glue's going on a little thick today, but this kind of glue's cool because it's kind of thick to begin with, and anything that you get on, you just kind of pull off, almost like hot glue. Once it's dry, it just kind of comes off. So that's exactly how this stuff works. So, and here, take off the little top there, and there's our stick pin for the card. Now we take and just push it through the tool. Now if I had a thicker pen or a stiffer pen, it would be a little easier, but we're going to put it right there. We're going to get one of my glue dots, which I learned this trick to use your scissors to do it with from Emma at My Creative Time. I was like, how in the world is she doing that? And then I realized that she was using her scissors to pull off her glue dot, which really works well when you gotta get underneath something. And now what I should have done before we got to this point, and I forgot to, is we're going to open this up, and we are going to use another scripture saying from Kay Andrews. It's the same one that was on the other card, and we're using Jenny Bolin Chili Powder ink, and it says, I thank my God every time I remember you. And these are the first time I've used her inks, so I actually think they work pretty cool. And let's get that centered. There it is. Oh, that looks beautiful. Okay. Now we bring this back up here. And I have, let me wipe my stamp off. I'm a fanatic about making sure my stamps get wiped off. Sorry, guys. I have a little bag of the plastic earring pieces, and I'm just going to slide that onto there. Push all this back down to where it goes, because it still isn't completely dry, but it will dry quickly. And here is our card. I thank my God every time I remember you. And then we've got our little stick pen and our tool, which after the video is over, I promise I will fluff it. Thanks for visiting me today, and happy crafting. Bye.